Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dudes on a Couch, Flower, Part 3, with me, your host, Alex, and your host for the Queasies, Mo.
Hi. Trying to figure this out. It's telling me to turn it. That was strange. Oh, gotta turn it up and down. I got you.
I think, is this the one? Is this,
How many of these are there?
5? 5.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 plants on the left, 2 on the right, and then there's like a third thing at the end, or a 6th thing at the end that's, I think it's credits. But it's a level that you can play. It's cool. Yeah,
Oh, there's
so we're
some
back.
green in there.
Yeah, so it's like the city. There's more greenery in the city. You can hear the birds chirping and everything. But this is like a big...
Can we skip it? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, you skip. I would have been so mad. I would have been so angry. Oh.
Skip, come on, let's get to the game. Where's the guns?
Yes, this is the one. This is my favorite song from the whole soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah, super nice. Oh, is this? Nah. Okay, yeah. Like, so this one's very flowy. I think I don't remember the name of the track, but you can see like the windmills and everything. It's supposed to be a lot flowier, not a word. So it'll have more flow to it.
Just a lot more kinetic. Like, it just
Yeah.
seems like it's moving a lot faster.
Oh yeah. So this one you wanna, you just get all the flowers. Yeah, well, so you can get those pedal things too. I would start in the middle there and get all those all these guys down here. And everything should turn green, right?
You know, I'll be honest. The controls for this, I don't like them.
Well, this was very new. I think the controls were new when this game came out. They were really like going for it.
So one of the things that like I felt were really good when we first started was like this ability to like fly seems amazing. But now that I'm holding it in my hands, the amount of precision that you have, like I'm trying to actually fly into all of these.
Yeah.
I feel like this is supposed to be a really relaxing game,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel
You're
like
just, like tensing up the entire time.
yeah, you are, because you're trying to aim and it's not like locking you in. Like this should lock you in instead of like shooting you up. Like I feel like
because it's such a tight circle. You should be able to
Right.
just like do a quick little whirlwind. There we go. Yeah, go back to that patch in the middle there. That like brownish patch. I think by the rocks there were some more flowers. Or maybe
I
you
can
have to
shoot through this thing, can I? I can shoot through
no, I
the
think
windmills.
it'll make you faster. Yeah.
Let me shoot through it. Okay.
Do the thing. Whoa.
I was trying to do a flip. I guess I can't. Let me.
Wait. No, you did it. How'd you do that?
I was waving the controller around. Let's see.
It just shreds you to pieces.
Game over.
You lost. What?
You went through the
This-
windmill.
This isn't relaxing.
Oh, there's that right there. Ooh.
But yeah, I love the music in this game so much. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. It's like Vincent something or other. It's really funny. Like I listen to a lot of soundtracks before I play the game, and it's almost the same thing as like watching listening to the soundtrack before you watch a movie. It's like reading a book before you see a movie, or seeing a movie before you read the book. It's such a different aspect, and like listening to a soundtrack alone, you get this imagery in your head. And then you go and watch the movie, and you're like, "Oh, that's different. I wasn't expecting that. It's still good."
Interesting. Yeah.
Or even vice versa. Like you'll watch a movie, you like one song in that soundtrack, so then you go and check the soundtrack out, and all of a sudden you're hearing things you weren't paying attention to that are really, like, interesting, really appealing. But with video games, it's so much fun, because like you can pretty much listen to a song and go, "Okay, it's setting tempo, it's setting theme." So you can picture what's going on, but you never really hear all the intricacies inside of it.
So Hotline Miami is probably like one of the most pumping soundtracks ever, and it just like it really gets you into like that sort of space.
Oh yeah.
And Hotline Miami 2, which I don't think like as many people liked, but I thought the music was as good, if not like better than the first one. It was just really surprising that they were able to maintain that, like, because that was one of the big things for the first one, right?
What's part of the aesthetic?
Yeah. They kept the quality.
That's the thing. A lot of games, like along like this, maybe a Hotline Miami, like all those, like all aspects of the art of the game are starting to play a bigger part. Or I mean, I guess they always did, but I feel like in some AAA games it kind of gets thrown to the wayside. Where like,
well, they tried to do more of the movie scenes before, and I feel like now a lot of the stuff can stand independently on its own, and then it comes together in like a way that you're like, yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Like some stuff, I'll listen to the Hotline Miami soundtrack on its own just because it's like awesome.
With me, I think I have a bias towards thematic, structured music, especially with games and stuff, because like most Nintendo games you can walk away whistling the main theme, if not like a little part that came in here or there. This one you can't as much, along with other games where it's like the music will stand out, but when you listen to it on your own you can't sing any of it, you can't hum any of it. It's more of like a vibe or a feel, like it's more of an ambient effect to help enhance the gameplay, but it can't really stand on its own as it could like music from Mario, Zelda, and all those other games. But it's still super nice. Like, it's so pleasant.
Do you not like Hans Zimmer?
I do and I don't. Like, I think his music is really good, but I mean, I listen to his music. I listen to the soundtracks. I just don't go searching for it that often.
Interesting. Okay.
If it's on, I'll listen to it. Like, I've definitely had like my moments where like I went and checked them out. It's like he's very big, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of sound, which is nice. But as far as like listening to soundtracks, it's not something I look for when I'm listening to soundtracks on my own.
I've always listened to like soundtracks. I like really like Hans Zimmer stuff. Like people are saying, oh, if you're doing like maths, and it'll make you feel like you're solving the equations of the universe. Like,
yeah, I mean that's the thing. It depends. Like I need something. Okay, take this music for example. There's another musician, a composer. His name's Steven Reich. Did a lot of phasing, which is where you take like two identical pieces, whether it's like 2 notes long or 30 notes long.
Oh, this doesn't let you go backwards.
Oh, this level doesn't. Yeah.
Wait, what? I can't get all those flowers.
I mean, it might bring you around. I don't know. Yeah.
What is happening? Is it blowing up?
You're exploding.
No,
I think it's because you were stuck in one spot.
Oh,
you gotta go with the flow.
I don't like it.
Go with the flow, Mo.
No.
Go with the Mo.
No. That's annoying. Why would they do this? Oh, they just want you to fly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in this one, it's more about the flow.
Telling you, this is. See, I tried to hit that red flower there. Dang it.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. No, just go. Just enjoy yourself.
Have
a good time.
No, man, I am not happy with what these guys are doing here. Let me play the way I want to play. I want to play with accuracy. These controls are wonky. I'm sitting here like an idiot, waving this all over. See, I tried to get the red flower up there.
Well, wasn't there like a loop you can do?
That was an accident.
Ah! Yeah, I mean, this game is kind of a nightmare for people like I know I try and get all the achievements and everything when I play a game. So
yeah, I like exploring and stuff. Like, I think Journey kind of gave us that ability of like really taking our pace.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to progress forward until like I found what I wanted.
Well, this one is about flow and about fluidity and about moving. It's not really about standing still in one spot and looking around going, okay, how do I do this?
Yeah, but they've also like they didn't really make it so that you can see. I couldn't hit that one. All these flowers, trying to hit them. Get that one. Get that one.
There you go.
Well, it directed me literally right into them. I think it just thought I was a loser. Like,
well, okay, so here I bet you're back in the main spot. Okay, never mind, I lied. Okay.
Now we gotta turn on all these.
Well, but the levels are quick, you know, so you can always go back and like hit it again.
Well, they're what's annoying to me is that this motion that they're asking you to do with your hand could have easily been with the second stick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm annoyed because I'm using the left stick. I'm having to hold it forward to say move forward, and I'm like, okay, if you wanted that control scheme, why didn't you do it? Like, I feel like they've created this effect where like they wanted you to fly around. They go back to the first episode of our Queasy here.
Yeah,
they're gonna see I was pretty amazed. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm flying around. Now that I'm trying to do stuff by flying around, and you don't really have like a vehicle that you're really directing around. You're directing around like these pedal particles. This whole thing kind of like falls apart. Like, I like the view and everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think if you take it for what it is, it'll be okay. But we're sitting here like, I want to get all the things.
Well, I think we're gamers though.
Yeah.
This is like we enjoy like the whole point of it is that the game is supposed to be an extension of who you are as yourself. And if you don't feel that you necessarily have control in the world, you feel detached from it. And this is like
That's fair. Yeah.
This is beautiful for what it is, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching a movie. I don't feel like I'm controlling these pedals and that I am within this sort of space.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm getting harsh here, man.
no, that's okay. It's good.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, I mean that's all part of like that whole aspect of how immersive is the game. You know, like how drawn into the game are you? Do you feel one with the game? Are you one with the wind? I think that's part of the game playing mechanic. Is in order to feel control and get the things you want, you have to learn the mechanic of the game. Also, you're kind of just going straight to the wall there.
Oh shoot! I didn't know that. Like I didn't even recognize that it handed me back control there. Like.
Well, that's a fun one where you go from the cutscene into the actual gameplay and you don't really realize what's going on.
Yeah. See, so they're taking control away from you. They're showing you these scenes, and then
I bet.
I mean, this is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. Like this looks really wonderful. It's really fun, like grabbing all those things. But then they start doing the wide swath stuff. Like I wish it would just magnetically attract you to it. If they just wanted you to go through the experience.
Wasn't it if you get more pedals, you become bigger, you have a wider like reach?
Oh really? Is that what I'm missing here?
I thought that's what was going on, but I could be wrong.
So
so you're the front pedal, but you have this wide reach behind you. The faster you go, the skinnier it gets, but the slower you go, they all kind of bunch up. So I think if you go, you just kind of like generally glide through. Maybe not for what we were just doing, where you needed precision.
Yeah, and it's like going back to the control thing, like. There's certain sort of controls that like empower you, right? So it's like that sort of aspect of as I grow as a player, my capabilities and my ability to use those capabilities increase over time. So back in the day, did you ever play Tron 2.0?
No, I didn't. I know the game.
Tron 2.0, so the movies, like this was before Tron Legacy and everything came out.
Yeah.
And the game was amazing. And it was amazing because the first weapon they gave you was the disc. And you played with the disc and you're like, cool. And then they handed you nunchucks and guns and all sorts of other crazy stuff. But what you ended up finding was that the disc that they gave you in the beginning of the game is the most powerful weapon. And it's just the fact that you need to learn to use it. So you can do this thing where you throw the disc and then you can recall it. And so you can shoot it through players and recall it back. And by moving yourself around, you're like navigating in this way where you're killing players with like your first hit and then destroying all these other like enemies on your like second like hit. It was just like such a cool control scheme.
Well, discs are a little bit different than flowers. So I hope this
True
can
that. Yeah.
I hope this can make up in the next level for you. But we'll find out. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Flower.
Screw this game.
We're gonna go throw discs.
Back to Tron.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.